Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. I hope you are having a great and wonderful day. Today is FanFest Day. I've got it up on the screen, which you can't see right now, and we've got the live letter coming up. So essentially what we're going to be doing is just hanging out, talking about the keynote, talking about everything that you guys have been, telling me about on previous live streams, and just really having had a good discussion, a good summary of everything that's so far been announced. So if you've been asleep, and you're waking up like you're here in the United States and living like a normal human being, welcome and good morning. So when the live letter gets to kick up, we'll kind of toss to that react. I haven't done a live letter reaction in a long while, but I'm glad kind of be back. I mean, it's just like we're working on our way through Dawn Trail. I think about to fight the first trial fight. So that's kind of the context of where we are. Anyway, we're gonna play some video games. I'm gonna bring in the chat. If you guys want to be a part of the discussion, you can join in on the Discord. The link is in the description. You're welcome to come in and chat it up. We're gonna be talking about all kinds of things, and we're gonna be playing some Final Fantasy, and we're gonna be looking at the live letter today. So that's the great summary. That's the intro. Let me just say hello to the Discordians. Hello guys, how are y'all doing? There we go. What up? Hey. All right, just seeing here if I need to adjust my UI. I do a little bit. Because I've been playing it on the computer in ultra wide, and this game's so beautiful in ultra wide. But I was like, well, I want to be able to see what's going on with the with the panel and so much more, that I was like, well, got to make some adjustments, some compromise today. You go maybe to 100%. See if that's much better. That's much better in 1080p. Okay. Is this just do I just queue for it? Do I already have it unlocked? Did you find her? Aha, I do. Wargor Lador. Do I have anything I need to rid of, clean up? Yeah. Inventory is nice and tidy. The way it's meant to be. So, Scrag, we were talking about the Bastion and the dual wielding shield, and you called it. You're like, he's just trolling us. It's literally going to be two shields, and it was. Have you seen the gameplay kind of little preview video that they released about the Bastion?
No, but seeing as how I was right, I think I can already see it in my mind, right?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm just joking, but I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, the gameplay, I was like, oh, it looks like a lot of fun to play. I'm personally very excited about it.
It reminds me of Brawler from Terra.
Oh, I never played Terra.
Brawler was fun.
Yeah, you just basically two giant fists that you can just smack into things either from distance or range. And the more smacks, the more you get defensive.
Didn't it have a lot of movement, though?
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
all of Terra has movement, because that's like a mechanic for all the classes. You couldn't just sort of park yourself. You had to constantly move, because it was more of an action RPG.
Okay. Might see if I just unlock some of this space. Got my Chocobo companion, rank 20. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the new companion system. Oh, there it is. There it is. Trial time.
Not to distract you, Brian, but did you see that I put Shield Lob into our game?
I did not. I did not see that.
Check my screen real quick.
Okay, hold on. Let's go Discord. It's loading up the cutscene. Watch the stream. Okay, yeah. Let's see this animation. Oh, dude, that's great. GG.
Oops, use the wrong thing. But yeah, and then Dark Knight has its own version of a ranged full as well.
We got a looks like a very elemental bird. Oh, that's big. It's my birthday. Nice. I don't know where to stand. I'm just gonna try to stand where everybody else is. Probably do that. Ah, bollocks. I just got hit by an AoE. I was like, oh, they wasn't able to get to where I needed to be fast enough. Okay, the ground has shifted a little bit. Oh, crap. What the hell? Oh. Being the floaty. I have no idea what to do. I probably want to be on the ground. Fascinating. And this one's move. Gummit. You got me last time. Oh, like free. Oh, yeah, goal. Seen that in a while. Oh, and beacons? Oh, neat. I haven't seen that since Wizard, I guess, yeah. Oh, well, you're gonna go off on your own. Nope. Gotta move. Oh, no. They got me. Yeah, I can see how this would be a fight that's just really daggum near impossible. It's an interesting stack because then you don't want to get hit by the lightning in the air. There's a lot going on though. Oh crap. Ooh, that was a close one.
What?
I just like barely made like the mechanic.
No, I think I was talking out loud. To myself.
I gotcha.
I was trying to use the controller to go into the options menu and the game closed instead of going to the options menu.
Avalanche approaches. What? Get him. There we go. So we didn't seal him back in ice so that he could.
We did it. We slew Valiarmanda. A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage. For you, Papa!
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father. The Federal was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it? Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best. I did, didn't I? Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend. I swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
There you go.
To the temple, then.
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town. But the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zurmurwer? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Gulul Jalja, then no one is. that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valyarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokui.
Yokui.
May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You woke Yamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valyarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea! That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from
It does get monotonous.
The story?
conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every building was.
That's why I said what I said in general chat.
And in their midst,
About
reigned
Final Fantasy?
silence.
Yeah. where they always get it where someone wants to say, she should make a skip point.
And they do. You just pay for it.
Yeah, they do. That was my point. Is that if you want to skip it, there's a way to do it. You buy
A statue of a goddess.
paid skips
That's new.
that'll level your job, and
compared
you
to the
can skip
abstract
past the
imagery we
story.
previously heard,
I think a
this
lot
was
of
a
those people
detailed
who say
description.
stuff like that want it for free so that they can make a bunch of bots and fuck up the economy.
By the visions.
I said, look, one of the biggest selling points of the game right now. This big point of its story that you want to skip past, you can play that part of the story for free. With the new one, it's supposed to go all the way up to through Shadowbringers.
Shadowbringers,
Almost
yeah.
end
The
one.
Golden City.
So,
And then Endwalker, and then
The
yeah.
tales book ever
Yeah, you're
shared
basically-
may have been rooted in historical
go ahead.
fact.
well, I get sick and tired of those arguments. They want to skip it, but you understand that's their selling point of the game. Is the Heidelon Zodiac story, and
No more dreams.
and people just want to rush to the end game. But the point is, 14 doesn't give you the story at the end game. It gives you the story from the moment you are at level 1.
From the very first.
Yeah, and so
Visions were set to
my hope is that what we're doing when I'm with the story right now, it's just like an elsewhere world story. Like, okay, that happened. All right, back to the main story.
Unpopular opinion.
To abandon.
I think they should get rid of the free trial.
I think they should let you dip in and out of it. Like, if you buy the game, I think essentially you just say, hey, thanks for purchasing the game. If you're subscribed, you can interact with the markets. If you're not subscribed, like, yeah, maybe you can only go into Endwalker or, like 2 expansions past, etc. And it's like, yeah, we're just going to
Well,
cap you there, but we're not
headed
gonna
to
make it to where like
maybe
you're
we'll find out more when we get
completely
there.
free because you have paid. I don't know.
The reason I say that is
Thank
because
you
in
for sharing
my
your stories with
server,
us.
when I was in the novice network the last time, people were telling people not to buy the game because they were on alt accounts, and they were like, "Oh, you could play the game fine for free. I'm on an alt account. I spend a lot of time on this account. Blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Why would you use a free account if you have a real one?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Because I don't have to pay $15 a month." I'm like, "Well, how much do you play?" They're like, "Oh, I've probably got 9,000 or like 8,000 hours on this account," or whatever number it was. I was like, "So you're spending 8,000 hours taking up resources from the company instead of paying them $15 a month? Like,
Yeah.
where are your priorities at that you can't afford $15 a month and yet you spend 9,000 hours on a free account?" It doesn't compute to me.
Right,
It's
but-
like, okay,
but if you say
need
the-
$15,
And
go,
if you
go
say you
make
love the game,
$15.
right? But if you then also are like, I love this game, it's like, well, like they have costs. Like you just playing it has a cost.
And then they're also like encouraging new people not to pay the sub, and it's like,
I'd encourage somebody
No.
who knew not to pay the sub right now because it's like,
right.
yeah,
But if the new person's like, I want to buy the game because I want to craft and trade on the market, and they're like, oh, you don't need to do that. That's not important. It's like, no, that's what they want to do. If they want to craft and trade, they want to craft and trade, and you can't do that on a free account. If they don't get rid of the free trial, I feel like they need to restrict it more. Like no novice network, or maybe not no novice network, but maybe less chat features. It already doesn't have a lot. You already can't use the market.
Yeah, you can't use the market. You can't join an FC. You
Right, but imagine if you bought the game and then that stuff would be available, but then you couldn't like, I can't really sub this month. Well, you can still update your game You know, because we have to
Yeah,
be
that's-
subbed to update your game right now. And I'm like, that seems a little bit draconian.
Yeah, that's the other sort of hook there is that if you don't want to sub for a while, well, you just can't play the game.
Right.
And whereas other ones have it where if you didn't want to sub for a while, or you didn't want to pay the premium tier, they could just downgrade you to
Thanks, Henry.
a limited.
Yeah, Henry just sent
Yeah, that would be
a
fine.
30 joule clutch, which I had no idea what joules were. I saw somebody doing that in the podcast. I was like, I haven't seen that. I had my phone up so I can kind of easily monitor chat. And I was like, it said I had 1,000 joules. So I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh wow, it's money. So thank you. I don't know what 30 joules translates to, but it feels amazing. Thank you.
About 350.
Yeah, because it said
did
I
you
had like
watch the podcast this week?
Yeah, it was awesome. They did a good job. I listened to it last night when we got home. I was like, yeah. So that was fun.
That is the opposite of the impression I had.
You didn't like
that's
the
okay.
You didn't like the show?
They had some really shit takes. And
It's the goal.
like I did call out Chrono for his. It was like $80 games suck. Stop coping. But basically, Lono was talking about how he had watched somebody who was talking about game preservation, and he basically equated it to just like pirating because you can't afford the game. No, that is not what game preservation is. Game preservation's a real thing. For example, if you want an original copy of one of the .hack games for the PS2, which cannot be remade because the code is gone,
Yeah.
you have to pay $400. But with the aid of game preservationists, which is a thing.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You do not have to pay $400.
Nintendo literally had to go get one of their games that was being run via emulator so they could resell it because they didn't have the code anymore.
Right.
Yeah, Henry says I get jewels either. I don't get them either. I don't, but I just was like looking because I was like, it said I had 1,000. I was like, all right, let's see what this is. And then I was like, oh, now it's like you can buy more, and it's like it seems like it's YouTube's bit system, but it's animated in a way. But then when there's also super chats and then there's super stickers, I don't know, man. YouTube is just weird. You've seen a lot of screen flickering, like in the stream, or I don't know. I don't know if either of you guys are lurking on the stream. If you've noticed any kind of oddities, but you're
I don't
saying
see anything
Scrag.
on the YouTube.
My thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just kind of jumping on.
But basically, I just thought it come down to a really out of touch shit take on that one. Just because it's like, okay, yeah, I don't need a copy of .hack Volume 4.
Oh yeah, I get what you're talking about.
But I
yeah.
would like to play it, and I don't want to spend $500 to someone who just happens to have a copy. So yeah, I'm gonna download the ROM because I already paid for that game back in the day. You know?
Yeah. Like I'm generally like hyper against like piracy, just as like no. But there is the
But if
exception.
it's not available.
Exactly. It's like if there is like if the company gives me absolutely zero way to hand them $5, $10, whatever, like, you know, it's like just give me the ability to hand you some money and I would like to, you know, consume product, right? It's like I remember there was a show that Julie wanted to watch, and she, you know, this is when we got married, and it's like I'm like, no, don't pirate it. Like, okay, is it on Netflix? Is it on this? Like can we buy it in the store? Can you download it from, you know, all these different services? And so we went through the gambit.
And
nobody would give us the ability to. The only way to watch this specific episode of this show was to watch it through some, you know, torrent or whatever, like we did at the time. I forget now, but I was like, we spent like a good hour and a half trying to figure out how to hand. I forget the show. It was like Millie and Bob, or like it was one of those, you know, CBS shows or something at the time. I was like, oh man, like CBS, they don't want our money. It's not for sale. It's not for sale anywhere. No one's streaming it at the time. This is again like 16 years ago.
Well,
like,
it's
okay.
just like also like with manga, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are,
I think we watched on YouTube.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah.
There are tens of thousands of manga series that will never get an English release.
Yeah.
And if you pirate them, Japanese people get mad. They're like, "Why are you pirating our manga? You're stealing money from us." It's like, no, we're not stealing money from you. You never made it available, so we made it available for ourselves, and now we're enjoying the thing that you never allowed out by not getting it translated. And like, it's just kind of a problem of like budget. It's just like, there's an author, right, and he writes a bunch of manga, right, and then it's not that popular in Japan, so it never gets translated, and then it gets lost and it's gone forever, unless pirates took it and scanned it and translated it. Now it's online forever. Now eventually 10 years later, that author, that artist can get a fan base and make another one. But they just don't see it that way. They're like, "Oh no, you're stealing money. Oh, I'm stealing $2 from you."
Well, I would say, I would say that,
sell manga from.
Right, but still, like, I don't want to sit here and me personally like, "Oh, it's just $2." It's like, no, it's like, give us a pathway, you know. And that's the thing. Like, from a cost perspective, the more and more things like they make expensive, it's like they are going to just drive more and more people to piracy. Like, it's like there is a point where like when like there was a lot of music piracy. Like I participated in Napster and download whatever, you know, like music. Yeah, this is cool. But then like Apple came out with like 99 cents a song, and it was like that. It was the right price. It was convenient. I'll buy the music. Like I wasn't not against purchasing the content. It's just like, if you're not going to give us the way, like we'll figure it out, you know, for ourselves, and go from there. As there says, the original Mario movie, you still can't. You need an old DVD to watch it. No one will stream it. I don't think that's true right now, because like I literally watched it with my kids, like 3 months ago, before the brand new one came out, and they're excited. We're like, we showed them the old one from the 90s, and it was so funny. What I forget what platform it was on, but we did actually watch the old Mario movie. I don't remember how though. But it was like on, TV. Anyway, point being, even if sometimes you have to break the law to get something, like it should be available, especially if you paid for it before. Oh yeah, great. Like the fact that like Amazon like pulling movies out of people's libraries, it's like, okay, fine. Like if that is y'all's response, I think that's a justifiable response. But I see plenty of also takes that it's just like, I'm not giving them any money. Like I'm not paying them anything. Like, all right.
Like, people are gonna do that regardless,
like, right? But I'm saying like those people, like that is something where it's like I can't support that quest for you. Like, like I'm not gonna give Sony any money. I'm just gonna pirate their games on PC. Buy the game and then like emulate it on PC. Like it's just like step one. Like I can't get behind it, even if it's like But if it's not available,
if you hate them that much, you should not want to play their games anyway.
I agree. Like that's the thing. It's like, yeah, it's like, wait a minute, you wanted to screw it to Sony, and like I don't get it. I just don't get the logic.
It's an answer I arrived at.
I mean,
by trying to be
if
true
you were
to
a
myself,
true hater,
you think I succeeded. It means
you
a
would
lot.
not want to play The Last of Us Part 2.
So.
Or part 1.
I couldn't. I played
game.
the very 30 minutes of The Last of Us, and I was like, I'm out. Like I can't handle that stuff.
I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in harmony.
She's so insufferable.
Wuklamat.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't tell you this.
Like
so for our game, I thought about doing a tutorial where like you have a little miniature cat person named Wook, Wooke.
Yeah.
And it would be really annoying.
You should call her Wook Lamau.
No, it wouldn't have a last name.
You wouldn't have a last name, just Wook.
I don't want it to be too on the nose.
There's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies.
Yeah, like there's plenty of jokes that I'd love to make. Like I was looking through my notes on like what funny achievements would be, and one was like some but not all, and I was like, I can't do that one. I want to do it, but I can't.
So short a time.
Like SOHM, like some all.
Yeah.
After everything that's happened.
I like that.
Like that
That's
would be
fun.
hilarious,
What could happen?
but I can't do it.
Are
Yeah.
you still willing to walk this path
Like,
with
let's not get sued. Yeah.
Well, no, just like the political backlash might be a thing with that
Thank
particular
gods
group
for
of
that.
people who play those types of games, right?
Okay, then I lost the reference.
Well,
I thought it was
Some,
a.
but
to get
not
off my
all,
chest.
is a rebuttal
head to the
to
palace.
all men.
but I'll see you back at the cabins.
No, I'm sorry. Still drawing blank.
Are all so like remember how people were saying all cops are bastards,
Oh, okay.
and then people were saying stuff like some but not all. It's like a rebuttal,
Gotcha.
and it's in the same political disgust sphere as it's okay to be white.
It's such a funny phrase.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not chronically online enough. It's okay.
See, that's
feel
the
good.
thing.
I
Is like
feel
people,
good that-
people were like, people were, pissed at you. Okay, like I don't see it. Like, saw one person.
At the end of the day, someone's always going to be mad, no matter what you
Right,
say.
exactly.
I could say trees are green, and someone would go, "No, actually, trees are tan."
The leaves are
You know.
green. Get it right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Like, it doesn't matter what I
Next
say.
time you say something basic, I'll be like, get it right.
Get it right. Actually,
Get it right.
Dirt is not dirt. Dirt is made up of rocks that are crushed.
The no, and that's always my point to people. It's like people like if you put anything out in a public space, people are free to share their opinion about it, and they will. And if you are an overtly sensitive or thin-skinned type of person, you might not know you are, and then you discover it, and it's not good. Like I could see how people could easily just like if you're chronically online, like it's like, oh my gosh, like I must be this horrible human being. It's like, okay, but I'm like, nah. So like it's always, my feed is always just very, very interesting. It's like gaming news and prayer requests is what I describe my Twitter feed. It's like, oh, somebody needs a prayer. Okay, I'll pray for them today. And it's like that's my Twitter. And it's like, if you don't follow me, or if I don't follow you, you can yell at me all you want, and unless somebody who does follow me or I follow replies to said person, I never see it. And honestly, I have no idea how I have this set up. This has been my experience from Twitter since day one, so I'm sure there's some setting in there that's going to be like, tell me all the crap that's coming my way, please. So it's on my notification. Like it doesn't show up in my notification. I don't see it. I'm like, okie dokie. Unless I'm like actively going and looking for it, looking for it.
I think another thing that one of them said, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Mark, but he was basically saying something along the lines of people are oversimplifying the AAA stuff to just greed, which is one of my takes. And I don't think they understand how it works. And I'm just like, no, Mark, it's just greed. Why do you think there's 30 middle managers? Greed.
Greed.
Why do you think budgets are $400 million for a game, a live service game that they thought they could, make work? Greed.
There's that,
they
but there's
wanna be the
also
next
demand.
Fortnite. It's a greed.
Right. Well, there's, and again, like one of the things that is like true about capitalism that isn't true about like socialism is that like a company can be greedy because they're doing it to make money, but then actually providing a value that has all like these positive impacts where like I think the line of socialism is we pretended to work and they pretended to pay us. And so it's like, there's like, I'm not going to sit here and say like from a company perspective, they exist for the sole purpose of making money. And anything outside of that they tell you is just hogwash. It's just HR. It's just trying to like, we have a mission and a vision statement. Cool business. Like you want your employees to be like, how can I work real hard for you so that I'm going to build something and you'll lay me off the second you have that opportunity. Like that's, they're about making money. And as soon as, and what we've seen in the last couple of years is that we went from the age where money was really cheap. And so people were just making stuff that didn't really have like a market, And now it's like, okay, well.
A bit of an understatement, but yes.
Right. Well, yeah, like definitely a bit of an understatement. Like just to try and keep it like, keep the point moving forward. And it's like now it's like we're kind of back to this like, well, what are people willing to buy? And what are they willing to spend money on? We need to get back to that run quickly because money isn't cheap. Like when they're talking about 500 million for Destiny, like I will push back on one concept in terms of like budgets, right? The company would rather not spend 300 million. They'd, if they could spend 100 million, because that all affects the profits on that aspect. But that being said, is that there's been this demand up in really like we haven't constantly pushing the graphics and the visual fidelity and all that stuff forward, animations and more and more and more. So the demand from players has been there, and now it's kind of shifted because the degree in which that it is improves for the cost, it doesn't have that same kind of payout. So it's not like, you could spend 300 million or you could spend 400 million, and I can and like if we literally had the ability to A/B test it, I would bet the vast majority of people would look at the 300 million game and the 400 million game, and they would not be able to tell that there was any difference. That's how subtle some of these like, we've added these extra textures that if you zoom in all the way, you can really, it's like, okay, how much did that cost? Is anybody?
Well, it's like Ghost of Yotei, right? They're like comparing Ghost of Yotei to Ghost of Tsushima, and like there's like a player who's like literally like recording the animations of like some very subtle thing, like the way that the character puts their sword away, and like, oh look, notice here they changed how the rope is dangling and how the character like brushes the back of the blade against the scabbard, blah 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 blah. And it's like,
is the game fun?
How much money did that cost?
A lot.
Like why?
A lot.
Why would you pay
money.
someone hundreds of thousands of dollars in salary to slightly change the animation of how this character puts their sword away? Like, why? Like, I understand why on a conceptual level, like, oh, artistic accuracy, but I don't want to buy a game because of artistic accuracy or historic significance.
Right.
I want to buy a game about samurais because I want to be a samurai slicing samurais with my samurai sword.
And it's fun.
And I'm having fun. Put it away.
Well, but like if you look at from the PS3 to the PS4, like there was still like a visual fidelity leap that even if they weren't spending that, kind of money on like something so subtle, but we've kind of hit this point where like gaming is in like a really good visual space. Like it's like I think the game
takes too long.
Well, I'm saying like in order, like what they're doing is they're spending so much more time, because you look at Expedition 33, beautiful game, great experience. They didn't spend so much crazy time doing crazy stuff. Where, yeah, Ghost of Yotei, we got to do like well, actually, Ghost of Yotei is a good example that it cost them roughly the same thing as the Ghost of Tsushima. So it's like from a budget perspective, delivery, they really knocked that one out of the park. That's the case study. That's the future. Not, we spent 300, 400, 500 million on a gamble. Because all games are a gamble, but like I'm talking like a serious gamble. Because I think Destiny 3 would be exciting if they were able to come out and deliver it with a lot of content and have a content cadence. But knowing Bungie, I would be something I could easily see running into the same problems. Like, hey, this doesn't have nearly the same amount of content that maybe you would, be able to give them back the Red War. I don't know.
So here's
and are they going to delete it again?
Thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's my problem with the graphics thing. For the most part, the way that we do graphics has not changed since the PS4 era. For the most part. The thing that changed mostly is the amount of things we're able to show at once, and the resolution at which we're able to do it through things like Nanite.
Yeah.
And the tools that we use to do it. But other than that, it is mostly the same.
Yeah.
The major upgrade from the PS4 to the PS5 Pro is frame rate.
Which I like frame rate. Like that's something that I value.
Yeah.
Yeah, come in 1 second, Mike. Henry, if you're still here, I do apologize. I just saw this other comment. He says, tried leaving the stream, come back. It's still kind of stuttering. If you have the ability and you're still here and it's bothering you, check out like Twitch or X or Kick or something like that and see if it has that similar experience. But yeah, go ahead, Mikey.
The fierce Chapral hunters who laid claim to this land.
I'm guessing
the azure forest.
They're doing music here.
But yeah, basically, like, why are we paying actors millions of dollars to stand with a bunch of PVC duct tape to them?
Well,
for like motion tracking.
To also get their likeness in the game, and it's like, oh, this one's got what was his face? Somebody threw a callback to Call of Duty where it was when he was at his height. Not Kevin Bacon. But height of his career back at when he had that show on Netflix that was like big, and then like that controversy and they fired him.
Kevin Bacon.
No, it's not Bacon. Kevin Bacon's a different actor. Gonna have to.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Why can I not remember his name?
Because he's been canceled. The woke mob declared it. No, I'm just kidding. He did bad things. He actually did bad things, okay?
You were right.
That's the funniest thing. It's like, it's like
Kevin Spacey.
Spacey.
The vegetation is far denser than Kozumauka.
But yeah, well,
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground.
why do we need those people?
Unless
We
you want to
don't.
walk straight into a
Like,
cenote.
the AAA game space wants to be Hollywood so freaking bad. It's hilarious.
And they've been struggling just as Hollywood has been.
Sinkholes filled with
Because
rain
they've been
and
trying to be
Many
Hollywood.
meteors fell
Yeah.
here long ago, they
But
said.
there's another
And
point
after they
here
struck the earth,
through all this.
it
Is
became
You're
susceptible
talking
to
about
erosion.
wages and all the cost of a game, but
Deep as some of
sometimes the
pits are,
cost is not
you'll not climb
what
out in a
they're
hurry
spending
should
or
you take a
who
tumble.
they're paying. So if most
So
of your employees
don't
working
take
on
a
a
tumble.
said game, most of the developers working on the said game are only being paid bare minimum at best. But then your CEO or executive
Or you
is
have
taking
14 layers of
400
management.
No community to pick
yeah,
up
are
the
taking a
labor costs
400%
close by.
increase over everybody else.
I had a situation. I remember when I was first starting out of college. I was working in the hospital. I had a boss who he gave me
Can't
just like
stand here
a
with my
crap
knees
rate.
knocking
Like it was like,
forever.
okay.
Let's get going.
But it was that one of the things I found, like I was like, his boss kept coming to me for things. Hey, can you do this, Brian? Like, hey, you're doing this. Da, da, da. So I do all these things. I remember sitting with my boss and I was like, well, it's like review time. And he's like, let's look at your job description. Da, da, da. Okay, we're going to do this based off of you. Yeah. And I was like, but what about all these other things? He's like, that's not in your job description. I was like, your boss is the one who's telling me to do these things. Like the guy you report to. Like this is, and I had a recruiter called me like that day. I don't know why. And then it got me a new job within like 2 weeks. And I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. Like if y'all like, you wanted me to do all this stuff and then you're not gonna like, then it's like, yeah, I was like, oh crap. What's up, Troop?
But it's still and I still think it's a great issue when you have the executives who take that much of a increase on their own, but then don't pass that increase also down to the employees.
Yeah, especially if the company's making money. My dad, the one thing I learned from him is he was like his CEO. We ended up eventually losing everything, but he made some mistakes, but that's life. But he would always make sure that he was the last person to get paid. Yeah, he did get a bigger check than everybody, but he he made sure everybody was paid first before he paid himself.
Look at Valve. Their least paid person probably still makes almost $1 million.
Who? Where?
Valve.
Valve?
Yeah. Dude, they pay their people extremely well. And the other thing that they do, which is great, because they're not greedy. And Mark might call my opinion, an oversimplification, and that's probably valid, but like literally the root of the problem in AAA is greed at all levels. Maybe not the lowest end people, obviously, who just want to work on a game because they like games or whatever, or like this is their career that they got into or whatever. But like at Valve, when you get hired to work at Valve as a developer, do you know what you are supposed to do?
I don't.
You do what you feel like you want to work on.
Well, they have the benefit of being highly profitable. you know,
but so
like,
does everyone else.
Right.
The only problem is everyone else hired 1 million people to do 1,000 people's jobs.
Right. Agreed. And the but I was like, kind of one of the points that I think on when it comes to that is that when the money dries up, you will see the true culture. You know, like when if the money's flowing in, and it's like, and Microsoft is backstopping a lot of stuff, but it's that like for the like with Game Pass and all that. But it's like when the money dries up, you'll see the true culture. Who really wants to be here and make these things come to fruition, and who's here? Because there are plenty of people like this is not just a gaming thing across all industry that are just like, it's a job. Like I'm just checking a box. I'm not really like invested. And I think that's a part, and when it comes down to the aspect of like greed, I do think the solution is more shares of ownership of the thing that you're making. You know, so like that way, if the game is a success, everybody gets to celebrate with that. Everybody wins, you know, as opposed to like just a handful of people, you know, like, oh yeah, like the guy who's like the Bungie executive that's like the day before he's laying off, you know, another couple hundred people, showing him the new car that he just bought. It's like,
yeah,
I mean, come on, dude. Like somebody's just like, now I gotta go figure out like the lesson in all that I always like try to always resonate with people is that you will get laid off, and it might not be anything that you did wrong. Don't ever be shocked by it. Don't ever be in a situation where you're where they'll, because like the other thing is like, you know, see people try to, you know, compromise others, because it's like, oh man, you know, I got to work extra hours and got to work all night, otherwise I'm gonna lose this, you know. It's like, hey, you don't need that stress either, right? So it's like try to make sure you're in a position where you're like, oh cool, I'm gonna go do something else, as opposed to, oh no, what am I going to do? You know, it's just like a, because layoffs happen, and it's, you know, it depends on the company. And there's one that I got laid off from, and I was like, that was actually great. That job sucked.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals.
When I got fired or not fired, but whenever I got laid off from my job before I started working where I'm at now,
you must complete this challenge.
They called me into the meeting and they were like, yeah, so we're gonna lay you off. You have any, or whatever they said. And like, do you have any questions? I was like, nope. They're like, no. I was like, nope. Send me a box for the laptop. Bye. And I hung up immediately. They sent me an email like, why did you hang up so fast? I was like, because you fired me. I'm gone. Bye. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Right. Like if I'm not, you know,
like I'm not gonna waste anyone's time by going, oh, why? It's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
You're firing me. I'm done. My investment emotionally in this is completely gone.
I'm not gonna see you at Christmas or Easter. It's like we're not family. Oh man. Yeah, exactly.
Of course, the reason for that layoff was
looks like the live letter's about to kick off. Excuse me, guys. 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom and we're gonna check out the live letter.
Are they streaming that on Twitch or YouTube or?
Yeah, and I'm co-streaming it right now. Go to desktop scene. Perfect.
Okay, what shirt is he wearing?
I'm trying to look.
Oh yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV.
I'm gonna see what shirt it is, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom. The primals, a primal shirt.
That gear there was a little bit
heavy, I'll be right back.
So I've stripped down, as it were.
Oh, well, that's not a hint, is it?
And today's main guest.
You never know.
Well, it is Ifrit, and they did say it was ranged, right? Range physical.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it being a clue, but Ifrit does fire, not physical.
So with having Nakagawa-san today, today's main topic for the PLL is screen. Yes. It's all about Beastmaster.
The main topic is screen? Okay.
He's also just wearing the Primal shirt.
何分ですね、ここにいる中川、小妻、正樹がもう渾身の力を込めて作ったこのビーストマスター、すごい物量のコンテンツになってるので、そうなんですよ。今日の PLL では、ビーストマスターだけ特集で、お届けしたいと思います。
Of course, in typical PLLs, we will be showcasing a variety of content that's coming to the game. But for today, we are bringing the spotlight on Beastmaster, because I think it would be no exaggeration to say that Masaki, Mr. Ozma Nakagawa here, has poured his heart and soul into the development of the content, and there's really plenty to get your teeth stuck into. So please join us for this Beastmaster special.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's begin. So
Why would they mistranslate that on purpose?
今日は開発サーバーにつないで実機も使えますんで、お楽しみに。
Yes, today we are connected to our development server, and we are going to bring you live gameplay, so I hope you can look forward
I am back. Development server live gameplay, baby. Let's go.
From Beastmaster.
Of course.
I'm so sorry. Before we get started, Yoshida-san, I actually really need
Listen!
Hello. Hey, what's up?
How's it going, Brian?
Good, Baron. How are you?
Not too bad. I haven't talked to you guys in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, what up, Baron?
There was a spelling mistake in our
not
keynote
much.
speech this morning.
There's a spelling mistake.
It is such a thrill to be here as the newest member of the localization team, representing them for the first time to talk about our grave errors.
What you guys up to?
Watching the live letter for the producer for 14. Enjoyed it in the keynote earlier this morning.
So if I could just borrow
I have not played much Final Fantasy in the last couple of years. Not since
I think that's true for a lot of people.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to doing it.
I think I fixed the controller thing, Brian. I'm testing it now.
Oh, good.
You making something?
Yeah, making a game.
She is really fast in her Japanese. She needs to slow down a bit.
I wish I spoke Japanese.
Watched a lot of anime in Japanese.
That doesn't really help. You gotta actually learn it.
Funnily enough, it actually does, especially if you watch it with subs and then turn those off and just listen.
Yeah, exposure is good.
I mean, it definitely helps you picking out words for sure.
Oh, funnily enough, it actually, when I was, do you remember when they were coming out with the Super Dragon Ball Heroes little mini sub anime?
The new statue.
There was one where one of the episodes came out, and Dragon Ball Super as well. And I was watching them because they popped up on YouTube, but they didn't have the subtitles yet. And I watched it, and I was like, wait a minute, I am picking up and at least somewhat understanding at least half of the words.
Can you get closer to
The what was funny, like, so in a similar but not exactly similar scenario, my wife and I were hanging out, and this is, man, years ago. We were first married. No kids. We're being lazy. I think maybe we had a busy day, and then we got home, kind of turned on the TV, and the show was on, and we couldn't find the remote, but it was in Spanish. Just Spanish show. We're just kind of hanging out, talking, relaxing. It's all in Spanish. We don't speak Spanish. She studied it, so she has at least something. About 30 minutes into the Spanish show that we're not kind of watching, but watching. They switched to English. like without missing a beat. Like all of a sudden, everybody is speaking English. And we were like, I was like, my wife and I look at each other. I was like, do I understand Spanish? Like, oh my goodness, what's happening?
Yeah, it's funny when I don't know if you know any other languages, Brian?
I studied French, and I'm very out of practice with it. I wish my brother and sister took sign language, and I wish I had done that. Like hindsight being 2020, because then it could have been something we could always have had as another language. But no, I English, and I would say English and barely. Barely, I'm barely good at English. I'm not that great.
To be fair, what English-speaking person really understands English? I mean, we have
Oh my gosh.
three twos, three theirs.
You know, when somebody says like they're like, you know, Tolkien, like he created the whole Elvish language, or you know, etc. I was like, how do you even create language? Like, I'm so bad at language. It's just like, you gotta tell me what it means. Like, I have no idea.
I imagine with him, he probably he created the actual word form of it,
Mhm.
and then probably wrote down notes on this is how it's supposed to, the kind of cadence of it.
Yeah.
And maybe stuff like that. But yeah, the idea of making a language is like, okay, all right, how? Neat. Okay. But the interesting thing is with me in Japanese, my mind translates it
Mhm.
somewhat slowly at the same time to English as it's being said, and that's
Yeah.
I don't know if other people are like that when it comes to Scrag. Do you both know another language?
I know Japanese, I know some Portuguese, I know Spanish, and I know a little bit of Korean.
Does your mind actively like translate it as it's being said, or
It has to recognize it first, what language it is, and then it switches. It switches like modes.
I heard what's really shocking to people, like especially when they're learning or living in a culture, because obviously being around it, all the time, kind of forces that aspect in your brain. But it's that I've heard them say like the most surprising aspect is when they dream in that language, as opposed to like, yeah,
I've never heard of that. That's interesting.
yeah.
It's happened to me a few times. But the interesting part about that for me, I don't know if it's common, but when I dream in a different language, I can't I at certain points in the dream, I can't understand it anymore. And then it swaps back
Mm-hmm.
to like something I understand. And then if it swaps back again, maybe I'll understand it at that time.
Because your brain
very
is not
strange.
your brain is not functioning. The part of the brain that functions for language, written or listened otherwise, is not what you dream with. So when you're hearing the language, it's hearing what you naturally want to hear. For instance, I was raised, half my family speaks German, half of it speaks English. I also grew up around a lot of Spanish speakers, and so I'm used to hearing Spanish and German and English mixed all together.
Well, yeah, because I would say I speak Spanglish. It's like we
yeah
interchangeably use Spanish words from time to time. But yeah, it's the culture.
I had grandparents who did not speak English whatsoever.
Wow.
And they would understand you if you spoke English, but they're not going to reply to you in English.
I didn't have grandparents, so I never got that experience.
That is sad.
That's why, like, my dad, like when Maddie was born, he's like, yeah, she gets married, and he's like, I don't think I'm gonna be there. It's like, come on, Dad, have a goal at least. Oh wow, what is that? Is that a hunt?
Beastmaster.
What is that? Is that a
What do you think,
hunt?
Ryan?
Yeah, that's definitely a hunt. The make a Beastmaster? Yeah, like that's actually one of the things I was thinking about with like the class that I won the design. I was like, yeah, it's going to be not a Beastmaster specifically, but
So I haven't seen anything about Beastmaster, but is it basically just Pokemoning it in Final Fantasy?
I get that vibe.
That's
I get
what
the vibe. It sucks.
it's going to turn into. Is that you're
I'm
gonna
very
Pokemon
curious about playing Beastmaster. Like, honestly, I was hoping when all of a sudden they did it, like the Evercold announcement, I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. I'm going to go check out Beastmaster. And then it's like September 8th. And it's like, you got me again, Square.
Wait, Beastmaster was supposed to be this expansion, right?
It is still this tech expansion. This expansion's been long. It's been 3 years since Dawn Trail came out.
When is Evercold?
Has it actually been 3 years? Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I was like, oh, Dawn Trail, like 8.0 is not coming out till 2027. I was thinking it was going to be like February or March, but they were like January. I was like, whoo.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, Beastmaster is going to be late. Plus, after Beastmasters, they want to release blue updates before the next expansion launched as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Blue is supposed to. Blue should be in Endwalker content right now, shouldn't it?
No.
It's only at
They haven't
70, I think.
updated it in forever, have they?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I think its cap is at 7.
I thought it was at Shadowbringers by this point already. Because like it's supposed to be one expansion behind, isn't it?
That was the original pitch.
That's what they said. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
So then I wonder if
Well, and because Beastmaster right now is going to be capped at 50, so it's going to also be on that, like, hey, Beastmaster update. Can go to 60 now. Can go to 70 now. You know.
Oh. Do you think we're going to be able to basically Pokemon the primals?
Don't think so.
No.
I mean, Blue Mage is able to capture the.
If you look at what they're showing right now, it shows that you get a skill depending on what type of beast you have.
Mm-hmm. But you really actually, but instead of Beastmaster, instead of actually using the skills, you have a skill that you get from the beast, but the beast is also still fighting alongside you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you were to use Borrow when you had summoned a Wavekin familiar, then you'll be able to use Quelling Wave, which grants you access to
I wish I had the design sense to make button icons that were pretty like that.
And if you were to use it when you have summoned a Soulkin, you'll gain access to Soul Crush, which is a single target attack and also can interrupt an enemy action.
では、PowerPoint での説明は退屈だと思うので、実機の方でもう少し詳しく説明していきます。
But I mean, it's probably a little bit boring for me to just run through this on PowerPoint, so
Yeah.
I'll show you a little bit more in game.
Let's see it in game.
クラッシュはインタラプトができるっていうのを覚えておいてください。後で多分実演するんで、ソウルクラッシュっていう技を借りてビーストマスターが使うと敵の詠唱を中断できるので。
So just one point. Soul Crush. Basically, this ability allows you to interrupt the enemy's action. I think Nakagawa-san will be showcasing it in live gameplay. So if you keep this in mind now, you'll see how it is put to use.
はい、では実機画面の方を映してください。
Okay, if we could switch over to the gameplay screen, please.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
これからいろんな魔術界の仕様を説明していくのですが、様々な
Wow, they really reduced the amount of actions, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As I go through various explanations, I'm going to be using a lot of debug commands.
Personally, I'm of the opinion that you know, moving the actions down to a bit of a more streamlined version is not a bad thing.
No, I'm
well, no,
really
and
looking
they
forward
can
to it.
always they could always make buttons transform into other buttons too. There's nothing wrong with that.
PvP does?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah.
That's what I've been hoping that they would do for a lot of your basic combos for a while now.
Well, it got to the point where they kept taking stuff away.
Well, it's not even that hard to do either. Like
they've already got the system in there from the PvP.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be PvP specific, but the Master's bestiary. I love it.
And the guy who's designing the new Evolve stuff is the guy who did the PvP reworks.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air
eventually gain access to 3 battle horns.
The transforming button thing isn't even that hard to do either in code. I don't know about their engine, but if you're just like working on it code wise, it's really easy.
Well, like I said, their code already supports it because it's there. It's present in the PvP. Because like I can at least tell you, like with Gunbreaker in PvP, when you do your first button, like even your Gnashing Fang, Wicked Talon, and I can't remember the third one. Like that combo also automatically switches. It even switches.
You see it already in Victimancer as well. Like it's like they started. I was like, they're going in this direction. It's just a matter of like, are they going to really commit? And it's interesting that they're balancing it between, they're going to have the current mode as Reborn mode, and then there's Evolve mode, which is the new one, which is all the new jobs. And they've already come out and said DPS is going to be higher in Evolve mode. So it's saying the game is built for Evolve mode, and get used to it. And then once you're used to it, we'll get rid of Reborn mode. And it's like, yeah.
And what you'll see is that as soon as the familiar left the field, the battle horn that it was assigned to...
It's also that way I kind of have not been playing. I don't want to have to relearn the classes of like a 10th time. Because every time I take a break, I have to relearn the classes again.
Like the only one that I'm hesitant to jump back into is Viper, because I really love Viper.
I love Viper unless I'm level synced. As soon as I go level sync content, I hate that. I hate that job. Well, and that's where they kind of, and today, I don't know, Varen, if you've seen any kind of summary about what they announced the keynote. They're talking about like you can actually traverse through the story and go to whatever zone you want in whatever order you want, which means you'll go into dungeons in different orders, and they're going to balance all of that for
in the
you.
new expansion?
Yeah.
Or for the old stuff? Oh.
It's new, and then it sounds like it's going to be brought into the old, meaning levels like dungeons are like your level cap, here's your skills, just we're going to balance it in the numbers.
My thing that I wish they would do, I wish they would do what SWTOR does. Yes, they level sync you, but you keep all of your skills.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're getting.
Down the level.
I think that's what we're getting. Yeah.
Because then that makes doing a lot of the older content. It'll make it a little bit easier, but it'll make it more engaging than just a friggin' one.
I think it's going to make it more fun once you hit level cap as well. Like I'm like, hey, I want to run dungeons and get progress on my weekly, instead of just like here's the 2 dungeons, one you get one or the other. You're like all of these other leveling dungeons that you only run when you're leveling. Like, oh, this is great. I can use those as level cap stuff.
Because the other thing I could think of is if Yoshi-P, because he has said this before, if he could ever do the mythic dungeon system that WoW has, because I believe he has said he loves that system, right?
I don't recall that specifically. He does love
it's
WoW.
The Paragon leveling of Diablo.
Yeah.
It's the Paragon leveling of Diablo I'm thinking of. Never mind. That's my bad. But if he could add if Final Fantasy were to add something kind of like that mythic, just an extra difficulty, brings it up to the current level and stuff. So you could redo those stuff as your current level would be a little bit more fun. But again, I think that if they were to take the SWTOR approach, your skills, your stats, and your abilities and all that, they scale down to that level 16 as the first dungeon, which is Toshio Deep. But you keep all of your skills.
Yeah, that's what I want.
You're level 90. You're level 100 Gunbreak, but you have all of your skills. You have your full combos and everything. You're not stuck to just your level 16 moves.
And you're also advertising how cool that job is to other players who are like, oh, what is that? That like, well, same thing with the. Did you see what they talked about with the like animation skin system?
Animations? No.
Yeah, so you can go ahead, no, Scrag. I'll let you break it down.
PoE, have you played Path of Exile?
Yes, I have.
You know how you can color your fireballs differently or make them have different VFX?
I am aware that currently as a druid in Path of Exile 2, I am a giant crocodile werewolf and a crocodile bear.
slime's ability can bind an enemy.
Because that is the skins and the animation skins that I purchased for that class.
So yeah, so 14 is gonna have that now.
So that means
for skills.
and quelling wave.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they talked about it obviously like in terms of like unlocking through the game and the content. I was like, yeah, and I bet we're gonna see stuff on the Mog Shop. Like I'm like, this is actually like this is the only form of glamour that I'm interested in. I'm like, yeah. Like I can make, you know, because it's like imagine like you have tank mounts right now, but imagine you could have a different animation, you know, unlocks for the job. So like if you were like, yeah, I put 1,000 hours into this job, like you could end up having cool little new animations for your abilities and stuff like that. But to set also expectations, there's general, so you have different teleports and all that stuff, but you'll also have like they're gonna keep adding and stuff like that to the jobs as well. So it's like I think that's gonna be that's probably gonna get. I'd be interested to see what they put out on the Mog Station. I believe that it's mostly going to be unlocked through gameplay, but that's something that I might be like, yeah, I think I might spend some money on that, you know, on the Mog Station as well.
Yeah, if they add some, it's like sufficiently decent and cool, cool things in the Mog Station for
different abilities that you gain access to with tempered release and 8
for
borrow. So I really hope that everyone will kind of experiment with different
for
combinations and find something that feels good.
For all the different classes and things, I could see having a lot of fun. Especially with if they're sufficiently neat enough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if they add like Nier Automata themed skill replacement and animation replacements, I could see a couple people buying that.
Yeah.
Or like Dragon Quest ones, or Final Fantasy XVI, Final Fantasy XI. Like if you were to take all the crossover stuff and they make different like animation sets based on that, put them in the Mog store or put them in, you know, in game that you can earn through doing, you know, the fades, then or the crossover quest events, then yeah, I could see that actually being really fun. Oh shit! I hope that means then that if they do that with the level syncing with dungeons, they do the same with friggin' overworld, fates.
Yeah.
And if
I
you use
really
the
hope so.
Beastmaster's instinctual skill and the Beast's instinctual skill, within 7 seconds of each other, you will achieve a instinctual combo.
Okay, why are my traders not doing their thing?
If you successfully perform a combo, this will deal additional follow-up damage to the enemy.
So, not to distract you or anything, Brian, but I think I've changed the direction of the game overall.
Okay, that's fine.
Instead of being in-game raids all the time, like boss rush, I think I'm just going for Palace of the Dead, but a lot better. That's the general direction.
Okay.
And then we'll do the boss rush stuff later.
Red is rampant,
Yeah, I think that's smart.
blue is durant, and brown is eldritch.
これらの属性をジョブハットの時計回りの順番でつなげると重心儀連携でさらにダメージを与えることができます。
So what's your game supposed to be about?
What do you mean about? Like the story?
No, like what is your game?
I'm streaming in my screen right now.
Even greater damage.
では実際に実機の方でやってみようと思います。
I'll give you a demonstration.
You can see it if you'd like. This is all placeholder stuff, obviously.
It's easier to follow if you see it in action. Okay, let's
Give me 1 second to test something as soon as I find an enemy. Nope. Alright, let me just go back.
Just gonna fill my TP gauge up to 100 with a debug command.
So, got a bunch of classes. Actually, I'll show off Ninja. Ninja's really cool. It's basically... Have you ever played Dot Hack before?
Dot what?
Dot Hack.
No, cannot say that I have.
Okay, so this game is essentially an MMO, but peer-to-peer instead of a big
Kind
server.
of like Kingdoms. What the heck is that game that I have? Ancient Kingdoms. Yeah, Ancient Kingdoms. Peer-to-peer
I know.
MMO. A single kind of you can play it single player or multiplayer, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's heavily based on Path of Exile and Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
So Final Fantasy XIV is mainly the combat, and then my overlay menus are kind of broken at the moment. Let me highlight gear. Oh, but you basically when you drop gear, it rolls affixes depending on the rarity of the gear, and then it rolls quality or like attack and defense type stats based on the tier of the gear. And you can also combine them, re-roll them with currency, kind of like PoE. And then also the major feature is that it's basically the idea is Palace of the Dead but better. So the Palace of the Dead never ends. Like it's infinite, and it's procedurally generated in terms of layout. So basically what I do is every 40 floors I make a tile set for that set of 40 floors and 4 bosses, and then just keep going. And then once you reach the end of all the content that I've made, it repeats and just harder. But there's a lot of things inspired from other games, like this class, the Alchemist, can use items as abilities that don't break. So like, for instance, if I put a potion in the Alchemist slots, you just have a potion ability now. And the potion never goes away unless you take it out of there. But all other characters can still use potions, but an alchemist can throw them at allies. But yeah, it's basically born of my frustration of MMOs having really bad gearing.
That is more than fair. Oh, Jesus.
I also have the transforming like step indicators. I have the combo stuff. Actually,
so if you want to get that big DPS, you need to be intentional and go for your intentional.
Also, ninja's basically 14 and 11's ninja combined.
Oh yeah.
So you got the ninjutsu.
I don't have much in the way of reference for the 11 ninja because I never. Oh, it's yeah, okay. You're doing the combo shenaniganery.
Yes, but if you do the combos in the correct order, you get stacks. You see on the left ninjutsu chain. I don't know how small it is for you.
CHN5, I think I just saw 2.
Well, you see the 2 on the lightning bolt?
Yeah.
That's showing me the last element I cast was lightning, and I have 2 stacks. So my next ninjutsu should be this one, I believe. Nope, I failed. But basically, if you do the ninjutsu in the right order, all the way around the elemental wheel, depending on where you start, then you get 6 stats of that, and you get an ultimate. So give me just a sec.
So, for example, what Rally does is it instantly fills the Beastmaster's TP gauge.
Sorry, the hotbars used to be great for this, but now not so much.
It's all good.
I'll work on that again. They updated the UI.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the Pugil skill and the Beastmasters.
Hold on, maybe if I do it on keyboard or mouse. Yeah, there we go.
And the Pugil skill. Rally. And the Beastmaster skill.
I'm just trying to speed. Okay, 4, so.
And the more instinctual combos that you manage to chain together, the higher this number at the bottom of the job gauge will go. And the follow-up damage that your combos deal will grow increasingly higher.
It's intentionally a pretty long process to get the ultimate. You'll see why. All right, check this out. So that also gave defense down for 30 seconds. So that's like the burst window from Ninja specifically.
Yeah. Okay, and that's it for an introduction to the job system for Beastmaster.
Twins is really cool. Basically, it's a class that has two bodies that can be damaged by enemies, but also you can swap between them, pull, and it basically works like a red mage, but with two bodies. Well, part of red mage.
Wait, which class?
This is called Twins.
Okay.
So there's two bodies. One is the one that you're not active with is responsible for the auto attacks. The one that you're active with is the regular spell casting.
I see. I don't get it.
And the side that you're on builds a gauge that's useful for the other side.
Oh.
So, of course, this being the PLL, Mr. Ozma here has used the official terminology to explain. The first easy way of remembering is simply to think of them based on their color.
Of course, we got a paladin.
The Beastmaster's color is blue.
Of course. What self-respecting fantasy game wouldn't have paladin?
Yeah. I worked on Paladin literally all last weekend just to get the animations to not be messed up.
What the heck's Red Knight?
So the animations are kind of messed up. You didn't play 11, you said?
No.
Okay, so in 11, it was always a meme that every new player started with Red Mage because they thought it sounded cool to have a sword and magic, and it was like one of the hardest ones to play. So this is Red Knight, which is supposed to actually be easy to play. It builds up 3 charges. It can use those charges to use its other abilities. And it's basic, really basic on purpose. The animations are still kind of messed up. Samurai is more or less a samurai, except they have to build their gauge from the front.
Job HUD is there in the bottom right, and you can see that the 4 colored icons are there on each side.
And then once they build their gauge from the front,
carry out the abilities in a rotation that goes in that clockwise manner.
they have a move to teleport to the back to do their positionals, which I can't remember which ones are positionals.
And the second easy way of remembering is not necessarily by color, but each ability has its own icon which you can see based on that ability type. So you can also remember based on the icon.
なので、例えばね、緑の技を使った後は赤を使えばいいんだなって覚えたり。
So first of all, you could think, okay,
I need to revisit that one.
green ability here, so then next I have to use a red ability.
Battle Mage is basically a black mage, but different.
Or alternatively, you could think, okay, the ability used right now was that
It's got this defensive hover
Mhm.
to stay out of AoEs.
Beastmaster がレベルマックスで使えるアクションの数ってそれが全てですよ。
So the Beastmaster's abilities, which they can use at the maximum level, this is all there is to it, right?
はい、今登録しているものがすべてです。
Yeah, everything you see up on my hotbars, that's all there is to it.
なので結構ね、コメントでパッとなん
I
だけ
think
ど
my
何々
cast bar
っておっ
broke.
しゃってる方
No?
いるんですけど、実は使うアクションそんな多くはないです。
So we did get some comments along the lines of, is the HUD okay? But truth be
Oh,
told, there's actually
and the other thing I didn't mention, consumable items are skills too. So anyone can use consumable items like this one. Their animations are kind of messed up.
進めていくとかなり丁寧に教えられるようになっているので、ご安心いただければと思います。
But basically, your class is 8 skills plus whatever they transform into. and then you build the rest of your experience based on the items that you use.
まあ今回のジョブクエストは、まあまさきとそれからシナリオライター、それからシナリオを実装している人間、プログラマーとがっちりタッグを組んで、まあいつもの5つレベル置きとかではなくて、非常に遊び
You can put some items in here. There's a crafting system for items. Basically, the higher tier materials you put into a craft, you can roll affixes on them. You can grow things. This is still being worked on. But once you come back from doing something, whatever you planted will be grown.
Oh, so it's that fast? It's like, oh, plant something, go do a content, come back, it's grown.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on what it is, but right now it only takes one.
Okay, cool, interesting. Yeah, because generally people hate timers.
One of the most egregious ones, in my opinion, is No Man's Sky. Because it's like, oh, I want to do this really cool looking content that allows you to, you know, go and have fun and make an entire settlement. Problem is that that settlement that you want to do is going to take several in-game real-time weeks to do some of the content. That's not fun.
Okay, so here I'd like to speak about the dedicated.
I'm going to take my little Xenon chip and go screw up some assholes.
宝珠連は魔術使いのジョブクエストをレベル30まで進めると解放される魔術使い
The Crucible of the Unbroken.
So the Crucible of the Unbroken is a dedicated single-player experience for Beastmaster, which will be unlocked once.
But yeah, I've been working on this for what?
Level 30 job quest.
Coming up on a year?
I was going to say, this looks like something that's in development for like a year and a half, maybe two.
I think almost a year. But actual coding, though, I've only been working on for like...
You've been getting everything else done?
Mainly just designing and character designs and stuff. Like sketches, you know.
You will be able to choose between 10 and 15 familiars to take in with you.
And like coming up with how the game will actually work.
And then your job once you get in there is to use your team to try and defeat.
But I've only been working on the code for like 3 or 4 months.
Are you going to be planning to put it up on Steam?
Oh yeah, I've already got the Steam backend set up. In fact, I have keys if you would like one. But you have to move to the pre-release branch.
Makes sense.
So from level 1 to 30 as a Beastmaster, you'll be traveling the world, you'll be finding beasts to capture and befriend.
I don't know if this code works. Tell me if it doesn't work and I'll get you a different one.
Give me a second.
And the beasts that you take with you into the Crucible of the Unbroken will also level up within the
The code you have entered has already been activated by an existing Steam account.
Okay, what about that one?
So once your beasts have gained a certain amount of
Activation is successful. Rating for beta testing.
will increase.
Okay. Once you install it, you gotta go to Properties, Game Versions, and then select Pre-release.
You can actually do that before you even install it.
Yeah. It's pretty small anyway.
1.74 gigs.
So strength and intelligence affect physical and magic damage respectively.
Oops, wrong server. That's the one I want.
But yeah, heads up, stuff is kind of broken right now because over the last couple weeks, I've been non-stop like working on the UI, adding new classes, and reworking how the entire game works.
All good. It's all good. Come on, I want to fuck up this. Come on, I want to get here. Come on. Let's get to that Xenon thing before it blows up. Come on.
And once that HP reaches 0, they will be unable
Come on.
to participate in
Faster.
battle.
Come on. Don't blow up on me.
I'm gonna invite you to the playtest server too.
We could switch over to the game now.
Oh, excuse me.
では今日はネタバレを避けるために
No, I want to blow up the Xenon ship.
Now, I want to avoid spoilers
No,
today,
you
so
piece of
to enter the
crap.
Crucible of the Unbroken,
Stop
I will
shooting it.
ask this little Moogle to stand in and take us there directly.
Stop shooting it. Come on, I want to test out the new ship. No.
What are you playing?
X4. Vanilla. They added the night. No, the cans. Oh, I got.
Of course, don't expect to see a
Baka.
movie taking you there in the actual content. We've only had that here for avoiding spoilers.
Here.
Well, there's going to
take
be
a
some
peek.
sort of thing there.
Oh,
you can call it maybe a crucible.
I
box,
missed it.
which you would use to dive into the crucible. But look forward to that.
I didn't even know this game had ship flying combat.
Oh yeah, X4 is a space game. It's a giant space sandbox.
Well, I thought it was one of those like space colony management games.
It can be if you want. It can be whatever the hell you want it to be. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, this thing jumps.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
This thing, yeah, the game can be whatever the heck you want it to be.
That's cool.
Like for example, if Brian wanted to be a space pirate, he could be a space pirate.
But it's all local though, right?
Yeah, this game is completely single player.
この敵は突属性が弱点のようなので、突属性攻撃ができるペットを
Why is this system so red?
This boss is weak to piercing attacks, so let's take in a familiar that can use piercing.
魔獣図鑑を開いて、突属性攻撃でフィルタリングします。
Open my master's bestiary and then filter by piercing attack.
フーシーとレスパが突属性攻撃を持っているので、この2つを選んでいきます。
There we go.
See, my Kushi and my Wesp also use piercing, so I'll take both of those.
選択したペットは左側の UI に表示されます。
And the familiars that I've selected will be shown here on the left-hand side of the screen.
今日ご紹介するステージでは最大で10体までペットを連れていくことができます。
Okay.
This particular board that we're looking at today, you can take a team of up to 10.
ボス戦に出てくる雑魚の弱点は非属性のようなので、同じようにして非属性のペットを選んでいきます。
Oh, you can have the humanoid monsters as pets.
You love it. You love to see it.
Or maybe you can't. Or is that the enemies? I don't know.
ヒマイラとベヒーモスを選択します。
That kids are tickled that in Pal World you can capture the raiders and stuff like that. But yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So next, let's look at the elite enemy, which is waiting for us.
I still need to play more of that, but
that's fun.
Time has been really short lately.
Yeah.
Other enemies you're going to face inside the crucible.
操縦連に出てくる敵は先ほどペットのところで説明したように5つの専用パラメータを持っています。
I mentioned slightly earlier that your beasts have specific attributes within the crucible.
力、賢さ、物理耐性、魔法耐性、体力です。
And so do enemies. Here, strength, intelligence, resistance,
got a
magic,
good delay on them.
このオーガピースという敵は物理耐性が高く、魔法耐性が低いことがここからわかり
Oh,
ます。
hang on.
As you can see, this ogre piece has high
Warships.
physical resistance but very low magic resistance.
なるべく有利に戦いたいので、賢さ、つまり魔法与ダメージが高いペットを選んでいきます。
Now, I want to turn the tides of battle in my favor, so I'm going to take in some familiars that have high magic attack, essentially high intelligence.
賢さでソートします。
So I will sort by intelligence.
現在仲間にしているペットの中で最も賢さが高いのが堂々と
Also, you might also have been thinking of Elite Dangerous.
Intelligent beast that has become our familiar at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Elite Dangerous is the one where you can do the colony simming and all that.
So I shall select these two.
このようにして10体のペットを選んでいくのですが、かなり情報量が多い。
No, I think I was thinking of that one where that's all you do. Because,
Do that and you choose the 10 beasts that you want to bring
Stellaris.
with you. There's a lot of
Yeah,
information
that's a
Some people out there might
4X game.
be a bit tedious.
Yeah, because the name of the game is X4, so that's exactly, yes, that was my mental
So we
path.
That was your mental error.
Yeah.
recommended team for you.
Recommended team. Oh, thank you.
So if you push this recommended team button here, it will automatically select a team of 10 familiars for you.
Oh, nice. This is nice.
Thank you.
You're right there. Gotcha. Xenon fighters.
But it's also quite time efficient to say
Great.
use this and then go through and make any tweaks and minor changes
Yeah.
you might want to.
Dick.
Oh, I also speak a little bit of Tagalog.
Tagalog? What's that?
It's a mixture of like Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, French, I think maybe not, and native language of the Philippines.
Awesome.
But I think as you play with the job more, you'll gradually get a better understanding and you'll get to see how the stats work and how you should go about composing your own team. But when you do start,
A lot of it is Spanish.
Take it easy and to try out the recommended team.
Ish.
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 And having said that,
Like the words are the same, but the structure of the sentences are not quite.
take the ziz and the curl out of there.
Like in Spanish, it would be like "Que donde el baño."
I don't understand the moon
Now
speak.
we have our team of 10, so let's head straight in.
But in Tagalog, you could also say "Que donde el baño," and they'll know what you
Don't you
mean.
mean Tagalog?
Yes,
Let's take a look at the cutscene first.
That's Filipino.
that's what I said. Philippines.
Oh my god, I'm being stupid. Never mind.
このマス目が並んでいるのが先ほど言ったボードゲームのようなマグ、操縦盤というものになります。
So you can see these spaces lined up here, and this is why, as I explained earlier, it's kind of like a board game, this Crucible of the Unbroken.
操縦連に突入すると、このボードゲームのような操縦盤のスタート地
Oh, did they say board game?
Yeah, with the Beastmaster Crucible.
You're standing right at the start on the very first space once you dive in.
And then you can take a recommended team, and monsters like have elemental have weaknesses.
They are so stealing this. For the roguelike mode in the game that I was telling you about that I'm making.
I like how they set it up like it is an actual tabletop.
Yeah, this is fancy.
And you can see that there's a kind of flan icon here. This is an enemy space.
You have a tent or a treasure. I guess tent would be heal. Treasure would be kind of reward.
操縦連のバトルでは3体のペットを選んで戦うことになります。
And inside the Crucible, you will select 3 familiars from your team to take into battle.
さらに操縦連ではバトルで消耗した HP というのは自然回復しません。
And any HP that you lose inside the Crucible will not automatically recover.
ですので、どのエネミーイベントでどのペットを使うかというのが重要になってきます。
So it's really important to think about which beasts you want to take into which battle.
他にもいろいろ説明するべきことはあるのですが、早く見たいと思うので、目の前にあるこのエネミーイベントをやってみます。
Yeah, there's lots of other things I could explain, but I'm sure you just want to see me get on with it, so I'm going to head straight into battle.
先ほど説明したように、この画面でペットを3体選んでいきます。
So, as explained, I'm going to select 3 pets here, 3 beasts to take in with me.
敵の弱点は打属性のようなので、
How mad would you guys be if they just go, okay, that's all we're gonna show?
Like, no!
Don't show the combat.
Come on, show me more!
このボタンを押すことで、敵に有効な状態以上の情報を見ることが
Do we know what the 2 jobs are?
So they announced Bastion, who's going to be the tank. We know Fizz Range is the next one, but we don't have any other hints or clues.
It is a Fizz range.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, I knew a lot of people who were dead set on it being another melee DPS.
No, they told us last time it was going to be physical range.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we looking at twin shields or?
Yep. Twin shields
tower
with guns.
Twin rocket shields.
And claws. They look cool.
They're like rocket gun shields.
Yeah, like Rig. I can't remember. I can't say his stupid name from A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, I know. Who you're talking about.
I know
Exactly.
Gwendolyn, we'll just say for no other reason. Gwen.
Okay, so it literally is just an arena. That's fine.
So once you enter a battle in the Crucible, you'll find that the
All
three familiars you have selected have been automatically assigned to your battle horns.
先ほど外の世界でも説明したようにバトルを開始する前であれば何度でも予備笛を使用できます。
And just like you can in the outside world, if you haven't yet begun battle, you can switch between and summon and resummon your beasts as many times as you like.
ではバトルを開始する前に当10連専用のコンテンツアクションについて説明します。
But before we jump in, I just want to quickly explain the duty actions that are available in the Crucible.
この左側の引きつけろというアクションは使うことでペットが敵視を取ってくれます。
So if you use Snarl on the left-hand side here, then your pet will draw the enemy enmity.
右側の挑発というアクションは魔術使い自身が敵視を取ります。
And if you use Challenge, then you, the Beastmaster, will draw enemy enmity.
先ほども説明したように戦闘で消耗した HP というのは回復しないのでなるべくペットに敵視を取ってもらうことが重要になります。
And as I mentioned earlier, you will not automatically recover any HP that is lost in battle, so it's quite important to ask your familiars to take on some of that damage themselves.
では戦っていきます。
Okay. Into the battle.
Okay, let's go.
コブランから借りるをして栄翔中断がいつでもできる。
I'm feeling the 2:30 a.m. wake up. Like, whew. Yeah.
Why'd you get up so early?
Keynote.
For this.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, there's the thing. I got pretty much everything. I mean, there's a couple things on the wish list that are, I think, easily outside of scope for what they're working on, but they are potential, and the things they are delivering, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I've been wanting. Yep, that's exactly what I've been asking for. You know, can't wait to see more. Tokyo Fan Fest, let's go. Tokyo's gonna be a challenge because like it's literally on Halloween. So I guess what time? It depends on what time.
Just tell your kids you're Catholic that year. We don't do Halloween.
Catholic is
devils.
No, like Catholic. It's a Catholic holiday.
Nah, I think it's a pagan holiday. We
No,
don't do
man,
those here. We watch Final Fantasy Fan Fest
we
instead.
christened it. It's a the Protestants struggle with it, but Catholics are like, yeah, it's All Hallows Eve. It's the day before All Saints Day, All Souls Day, All Saints.
I don't think you're picking up what I'm putting down. I'm saying lie to your kids.
Sorry, little brats. No Halloween this year.
No Halloween. No, I love Halloween.
使えなくなりそうなイメージがありますが、借りたらそのまま使えるので、いつでもインタラプトできる状態っていうのを維持しておくのが、まあこのバトルにおいては結構重要。
Yes, this is a very important thing. So you may think that if you've switched out your familiar to another one, that the ability that you borrowed may also just cancel out.
Where are the Cavalry Fighters? Oh, there they are. They're finally showing up.
If you've already borrowed the interrupt ability from the previous familiar, you can use it. So in this battle's case, it is important to keep that interrupt ability so that you can use it whenever necessary.
まあもちろん他のペットから別の技借りたら上書きされるので、まあそれは注意ですけど。
But it goes without saying that if you do borrow another ability from your current familiar, then it will be overwritten.
はい、話しているうちにエネミーイベントをクリアすることができました。
And while you were explaining that, I have beaten the enemies.
今開いている画面は戦利品画面です。
And this screen here is the loot screen.
さまざまなアイテムだったりお金を入手することができます。
So it gives you currency, it gives you items.
これらがどういうものなのかについてはやりながら説明していきます。
I'll explain what these are as I go.
リワード全部ゲットして、まず一つ目、エネミーイベントクリアですね。
Well, for now we've taken all of our rewards and we've for now completed our first enemy event.
はいではどんどん進めていきます
Yep, so let's keep going.
次は分かれ道になっています
And next you can see we have a branching path ahead of us.
左側の奥に見えるこのテントのようなアイコンはテントイベントと呼ばれるイベントです
And on the left hand side you can see that there's a tent on the second side.
I find this so cathartic.
What's that?
Because this screen is basically the original idea for my game. And the same exact things that they're doing, like go to a thing, fight some stuff, get some loot for that run, is like exactly the original idea for my game.
Waiting in the second space is a treasure event, a treasure space.
トレジャーイベントのマス目に止まると4つの候補アイテムから1つを選んで入手できます
And if you go to a treasure space, you will be given 4 items and you can choose one of those to take with you.
先ほどのバトルで結構 HP が消耗してしまったので左側のテントルートの方に行こうと思います
You can see we lost quite a lot of HP in the previous battle, so I'm going to head towards that tent.
Maddie says hi.
Okay, so I'm going to go
Hello.
ahead and fight this second enemy.
Hello.
このエネミーイベントの敵は雷属性が弱点のようです
Why does he keep repositioning that window? That's ticking me off.
ですのでベヒーモスとコブランを連れて行きます
So I'm going to take my behemoth and my goblin.
Behemoth and Goblin.
I think maybe focus on that window is broken. That's why he keeps clicking and moving it.
It's possible.
He's done it every single time.
Go in and I'll fight it just the same as before.
コブランちゃんちょっと酷使されてヒットポイントが少なかったですけど大丈夫ですかね
Well, your goblin's been battered quite a bit, and I'm kind of concerned about the HP. Are you going to be all right?
大丈夫じゃないです
It's not okay.
ですのでちょっとアイテムについて1個説明します
So allow me to
Okay,
explain
how do I
one
open
of the
up the radio
items I have.
menu?
ここに書いてあるクルーシブルアイテムって書いているものはいわゆる消費アイテムです
Which one of you dogs has been farting? I smell dog farts.
Who's the dog farter here?
Essentially, I can use these to gain their effect.
ディープダンジョンの窓機のようなもの
Alright guys, I'm gonna
Dog farts. I
go
get-
for a bit. I'll be back.
All right, man. Talk to you later, dude.
ポーションというアイテムがあるのでこれでコブランの HP を回復します
So I can use this beast potion here to recover my goblin's HP.
Go.
まだ半分ぐらいですが
思ったほど回復しなかったんです
I mean, it's still at like half HP.
Yeah, it didn't recover as much as I expected.
はいなんとか頑張ってこれで戦ってみようと思います
But I'll try my best, and so will my goblin.
ベヒーモスから借りておきます
So I shall borrow from my behemoth
コブランを呼び出し直します
and call back my goblin.
今借りたのは何ですか
What did you borrow just now?
ビーストスキンで物理ダメージを軽減できます
Beast skin, which reduces incoming physical damage.
That's cool.
まあそれによって受けるダメージをね軽減して自分で受けてる
Oh, yeah, so that means you have damage mitigation, so you can take on the damage from the enemy.
コブランに行かないようにしてるわけ
Yeah, so basically you're ensuring that your goblin doesn't get targeted.
どっちも危ないです
そうですね
I mean, we're both not in great shape.
うまくこれヘイトコントロールしながらこう双方に綺麗にダメージ作ってます
Yeah, so basically you really have to manage your enmity really well between the two of you and ensure that both of you are doing good damage.
で放つをやってコブランを返して
So you've done tempered release, you've sent your goblin back.
はいフライングトラップを呼びました
His life is low.
Flying trap.
割と必死です
そうですね
I'm actually. I need to focus.
Yeah, for sure.
A bit concerning. ちょっと心配ですね。
ねいや結構ね今ドキドキしてます
Oh, I'm nervous.
負けるわけにはいかないんで負けるかも
I might lose.
ヘイトを取ってもらう
Oh, she did.
いやあおっとおっと
これ が説明したかったというのは嘘になりますが
I mean, I would say this was intentional so I could demonstrate this, but it wasn't.
まあ実はこれ少し難易度を上げてやってます。
I am actually doing this on a slightly higher difficulty.
いろいろ HP が減るとかハプニングが起きた方が面白いと思ったので、こっそり難易度を上げていました。
But I thought it would be kind of more fun if I was living a little bit on the edge. So I secretly just turned up the difficulty for myself.
そういうの先に言っといてもらってちょっとガチ焦りしたんだけど今
Could you do me a favor? Tell me that in advance. Like I was worried, like for real right now.
もう一つのアイテムの種類であるビーストギアという種類のアイテムを説明します。
Okay, so allow me to explain a little bit about another type of item that you get, beast gear.
まあその名の通り装備品アイテムになります。
And as the name implies, it's equipment.
持っているだけで効果を発揮します。
Just by having it, you've already gained its effect.
この身代わりの指輪というアイテムは主人公つまり魔獣使いが死んでしまった時に代わりにペットが犠牲になって魔獣使いを生き返らせてくれます。
So this ring of sacrifice here, if the Beastmaster happens to, heavens forbid, be knocked out, then your familiar, the currently summoned familiar, will be sacrificed instead, and the Beastmaster will return.
自分が負けてしまったのはたまたまだったんですが、このアイテムの説明をできてよかったです。
It was purely by accident that I lost just now, but I'm glad to have the opportunity to explain how this works.
つまりそれを持ってたおかげで実はペットが一体犠牲になってリリースがかかったってことですね、さっきのは。
Oh, so thanks to having that item, your pet familiar was actually sacrificed, and you were able to come back. Is that right?
その通りです。
Yes.
仕組んでたんちゃうのかなこれ。
いや割と今ドキドキしてます。
Wasn't that a slip up just now?
This was not planned. My heart is going.
ではテントイベントに行こうと思います。
Okay, let's get to that campsite.
テントイベントでは先ほども説明したように魔獣使い本人と何体かのペットの HP を回復することができます。
So as I explained previously, once you reach a campsite, you, the Beastmaster, will have HP restored, but you can also select some familiars who can have HP recovery as well.
休ませられるペットの数はテントイベントごとに異なります。
And how many familiars can rest with you depends on the particular campsite that you visit.
今泊まっているマス目だと2体のペットを休息させることができます。
In this particular space, you can see that we can allow 2 familiars to rest with us.
ちょっとごめん、それってどこでわかる？今多分そうですね。見せてもらわないと。
はい。ここに書いてます。
はい。
Oh yes, thank you. Yeah, we just wanted to see where can we find that information.
ではクーシーとコブランを休息させてみます。
So I'll allow my Kushi and my Coblin to take a rest.
ちゃんと休息イベントが入るんですね。
Oh, so yes, we do have our dedicated event where we can have our rest.
ちょっと懐かしい演出ですね。
It's almost like nap time after the stream.
Dude, it's absolutely gonna be nap time here in a minute. I'm like, all right.
たださっきみたいなトラブルがあると怖いので。
I'm also hungry.
Good day for some barbecue.
You know, you make actually. My birthday's on Monday, and Annie's birthday is tomorrow. I might go take her to like Build-A-Bear and the lunch or something. Maybe I could talk her into barbecue, but I think I'll let her pick.
I don't want this PLL to end earlier than scheduled, so allow me to use that now.
次のエネミーイベントの敵は氷属性が弱点のようです。
And it looks like the enemies waiting for us in here are weak to ice.
ですので氷結の方向ができるキマイラを連れて行きます。
So I shall take my Chimera who can use ice attacks.
さらにさまざまな状態異常が効くようになっているようなので。
And it looks like there's quite a few status ailments that would be effective.
It's absolutely.
I'll take my slime, which can
use 20-minute delay.
What's the 20-minute delay?
Oh, between on the actual live feed versus what we're having here in chat.
Oh, okay. I'm on Twitch.
I know. It's the same on both.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
To avoid too many spoilers, this is the last battle that I'll be doing, but I will take it seriously.
Yeah, after stream, I gotta get like
Okay, so yeah, let's see.
get a shower to depressurize my head a bit.
もう一つここまでで説明してこなかったのですが、敵の情報にはその敵が使用するアクションの情報が書かれています。
One thing I haven't mentioned yet is when you look at the enemy information here, you
That
can
or a
see
diving
what
trick.
skill, what action they are going to use.
例えばこのベーンマイトという敵キャラクターはデッドリースラストというアクションを使うようです。
So you can see here that this Banemite enemy is going to
Unless they start telling us, well, you can't go to the swimming pool anymore because the water has now been
Poisoned.
given to the local 3 data centers.
Someone's poisoned the water. Oh, yeah, data centers. Someone's stolen the water.
Yeah.
I heard yesterday that Elon Musk is trying to build the Stargate data center here now.
Oh, I thought I saw some from Abbott. It was like, no. Or I don't know if it was specifically in relation to Musk, but it's like, y'all, if you're gonna do a data center, you got to bring your own power and water.
and as you can see, one of the crucible items that I have at the moment is this Tome of the Impervious.
A lot of them, for a while, were trying to get the communities to subsidize it. I'm like, that's not going to ever work.
No, like what's the value to the community? Nothing. Like, I mean, like they'll say jobs, but it's like you got to like sell it. Like you got to be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have this data center, and we're gonna do all these great things, you know.
Yeah, they said they want to bring in jobs, but then they end up importing in or bringing in their own construction people, their own, and they end up hiring no one from the local community. So
Yeah.
it's again just, and then they don't want to pay taxes on it. They don't want to pay the price of water for it, and then they want us to subsidize it. I was like, that ain't gonna work ever.
Yeah, it's like you got to be like, oh, hey, data center comes in, y'all don't have property taxes anymore. It's like, okay, great.
There's a Starlink office near where I live, and I applied to work with them a while back. Whenever we were possibly going to have contract issues where I'm at. You know what I'm talking about, Ryan?
Yeah, no. Well, who knows? Like it could be like next month or the month after it is. Oh man.
Yeah, but I ended up not getting anything back. They sent me well, sorry, we're gonna go with someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there even a position, or was it just like, look at us having all these positions open?
Exactly.
Or you go try to apply to a place like the VA, and they say, oh, you're not a veteran, so you don't.
They won't let you work at the VA if you're not a veteran.
They say they want to prioritize veteran because
I
that's
agree.
the public image.
I think that's. I mean, prioritizing a veteran, but if it's like you have no candidates.
Right. Because you meet all the criteria except for this one that we tack on at the end. It says that you're not a veteran. Just okay.
It's quite a tough battle, I say. But you're doing a good job at connecting those combos. I expect no less.
Yeah, what's up, Gabe? Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you're doing a good job as well with switching with those familiars.
Yeah, let me wrap up this this fight, and then I will. Yeah, let's go do the trash can so you can make some money. Fighting this guy.
I didn't really need to boost the difficulty.
Nakagawa-san didn't make any single one during the fight.
Speaking of making money, I'm gonna send you a message on Teams for how you want me to do something.
Okay.
I'll explain a little bit more about that later. Don't worry.
Talking to my friends.
It's
Want to say hi?
really this hard.
Hi.
Hello.
Say hello back.
So now I'm going to move on to the treasure space here.
All right. Well, I think I've seen enough from Beastmaster to be like already excited. So I'm gonna check that out, and I'm gonna go help Gabe clean the trash cans because I also am exhausted. It's been a long day already. So
That's fair.
but yeah, they know it's your birthday. Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna go see if I can do some fun things with the birthday girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna do that first. What's up?
And you have yourself a good one, Brian.
Thank you guys. Thank y'all. I don't know yet. All right, I'm gonna bounce. See you guys.